Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Michael Folguera, and I'm joined by my co-host,
George Folguera.
and we're the Biscayne Boys. Pretty slow news week, I guess you could say, in the NBA.
Yeah, it's right after the All-Star break. Usually this week is just
It's like
like one or two games.
the-
It's like slow.
and the rest of the season is like just a push to the playoffs. You know,
Yeah.
it's almost like everything's kind of set. I mean, there's some teams that make like a really strong push, other teams that kind of like really slow down, but for the most part, it's not gonna really be too much like.
Too hectic.
Yeah, like there's
No.
no trades going on, nothing. There might be like a few signings here and there, like of some whatever people. Like I know there's a bunch of people getting 10-day contracts now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty slow. You were actually saying something really funny. We made our playoff spot.
Oh, yeah, so Adam Silver is what he's going to introduce this year. One-time deal only, just for Dwayne Wade's retirement. Just like he gave him a spot in the All-Star game. Apparently, we're going to go in as a ninth seed into the playoffs. We're going to have a bye for the first round, a bye for the second round, and automatically it's a 3-team tournament for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
They're doing the same for Dallas in the West.
We'll see
Doing
how
the
it
same
goes.
thing.
And I'm thinking what's going to happen is we're going to have a Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki showdown in the finals this year.
Yeah,
You know what? They should do like a separate finals. How crazy would this be if they did a separate finals? Like,
I'd lose my shit, bro.
Why?
I'd be so done with it.
hey, man, but it'd be like a participation trophy.
No, I'm
and
okay.
I'm okay with that.
I don't want that. Really quick, you might notice a few things. You might be able to see my my laptop. We got a better table. I'm moving some stuff around in my room.
Yeah.
There's like a huge fucking mess in here. But this table I wasn't really using it, so I said, hey, I'll use it for the podcast. You know, it's better than the little we were literally doing the show on a coffee table.
Coffee table that's
On a
like
coffee table,
it's like
like 2 feet high.
yeah,
Like-
no, not even, bro. It's like 18 inches high. It's
I was
terrible.
gonna say 18. So that's new. This might be.
We're making moves.
Yeah, we're gonna get some lighting in here because this room is like really dark. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be slowly but surely, guys. Another thing, our microphones might be in our face. Things might not be like so
Yeah,
centered.
again, this is a new setup. Bear
Yeah,
with us.
and the person, we usually have someone behind the camera. They're not here right now, so I got, actually, it's kind of funny. Oh my god, I have a mirror.
Yeah, we
behind
fired the camera person.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
I guess George fired the camera person. I have a mirror behind the camera to make sure that it's still recording, doesn't turn off.
I don't think we have to tell them that.
Just
I think
telling
that's
them.
just weird now.
All right.
Because now they know that there's a mirror behind that camera.
Yeah, and so we could see us too. It's not like a big mirror. It's like one of those mirrors they
I
like.
wonder, like if we had a huge audience, like how funny would it have been if like how many people would have looked back when we said there's a camera behind the mirror? I know I would if I was watching YouTube videos.
That'd be hilarious. You know, I think I might have fucked up the settings, so we're gonna probably have to speak up a little bit. You see how low these spikes are coming right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Give a quick yell. Let me see.
no, I'm not yelling.
All right. You want me to? Or?
No,
All
no,
right,
no,
all
no.
right, all right.
Okay. Let's just get into our
First
Heat Week
game,
segment. It's nice.
Philadelphia. That's what we're gonna talk about.
It's nice that we took so
what
long on the
happens
intro
is-
because there's not a lot of stuff to talk about this week. But first game came against the.
I was making a point. I'm just gonna wait for you to be quiet for a little bit.
It wasn't a point.
Just
You were
shut
just
up.
stating
Just shut
shit.
up. Thank you. Wait. There we go. That's what I need. So what happens is I said first game Philadelphia. If we won by 12 points or more, we were guaranteed gonna make the playoffs. We lost by 4. 106-102 final score. They didn't have Joel Embiid, which kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But I mean,
They also shot 35 free throws and we shot like 12.
yeah. But it was a good game. Actually, it was a good game.
Yeah.
But again, for us, it's kind of shitty. Like we're tired of saying, "Oh, it was a good game, though," you know, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how it's been this whole year.
Yeah, it's like really, like I feel like we've said it so many times, but like games like that.
We should
really
have a couple
do.
of guys though. Like
No, yeah, but still, like games like that really like sum up our season. Like
Yeah.
this season's just been like so mediocre, and it's like I'm so kind of like past it. Like I'm no longer like upset anymore. Like we've lost these last two. I'm whatever about it, you know. Like right now on the mock draft, they have us getting the 10th pick. Sounds great to me, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds way better than getting swept by Milwaukee or in Toronto.
Yeah.
But no real like standout performances. I will admit though, Dion Waiters is kind of like hitting a stride.
Yeah, he seems way more comfortable.
which I like. He seems like he wants the ball, he wants to score, and I feel
maybe
like
not comfortable, but yeah, he just seems like more like eager to play almost. Like you know.
and really this wasn't a bad game by any means. We shot 48% as a team, which is great. The 3-point percentage wasn't there, but it's whatever.
The freaking free throws was really crazy though.
Yeah, it
And we
was
had
35
really little
to 12.
turnovers too.
Yeah, little turnovers. They out rebounded us. It was a good game though. I'm not upset.
We couldn't freaking figure it out with Boban.
Yeah,
That guy was destroying us.
he had
on the
11
boards.
points and 7 rebounds in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really nothing else to say about it. I mean, like the it's gotten to this point. Like at this point in the season, it's kind of like there's nothing really to like build off of. You know, like it's like we're 50 games in. It's you either have it figured out or you don't.
Exactly. You're not
And,
gonna.
and we clearly don't right now.
Yeah, very rarely after All-Star break, you're just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, here we go, we figured it out," and then just make the ultimate comeback. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Next game of the week though came against the Pistons on Saturday night. We lost that one 119-96. Terrible game.
Yeah, that just kind of. We got Dragic back, which was nice that game. Derrick Jones played also.
Yeah,
It was kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see Dragic. I guess like he would have definitely helped us out. He's been out for a while now with us, man, and it's just so ironic because he wanted to take a break from what was it, like that he said he wasn't gonna do. It was like the Euro thing.
Yeah,
it was
the Euro Cup or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't want to play.
He wasn't gonna play for his national team
because he said it took a lot out of him last year to like end up playing and like being like playing in kind of like a competitive like tournament like league, and he just said to give his body some rest and like whatever, and he ended up getting hurt, man. And it's like he's usually a pretty healthy player for us, but it was nice to see him though. But again, I mean, it is what it is, dude. Like I think I don't want to be that guy that like people think I'm like super negative, but it's like the season is kind of it's almost done the way I look at it. Like it's just like waiting for the playoffs to come around.
It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so ready for it to be over. I'm excited for the playoffs. I'm so ready to be over for Miami.
Jay Rich didn't play too bad though.
No, he didn't. Standout in my eyes in this game, Whiteside.
Yeah.
Whiteside came out.
No, he played like with some heart, man.
He looked so motivated.
Yeah.
They must have told him something.
And Bam.
There was a few guys. There was a few guys that looked really good. I can't really think of them right now, but it's almost like the coaching staff kind of said it. Like it's now or never.
Yeah.
For me, this game against Detroit was the game where I said, we win this one, we're making a push for the playoffs. We lose this one, that's it. Season's over. We're just going to try to lose as many games as possible. Even though I still think we're going to push, just because it's like the whole Heat culture thing. It's like it's not common for us to just lose. So it's not common for us to play for the draft. So I think chances are we're still going to try to compete. But there's like something like, I don't know. I think that pick is enticing, especially like considering the idea that we could trade it.
Yeah, that's my whole thing.
So like I don't know. I would prefer to get the young guy.
That's what I go with too. I used to not be into that though. Like I used to really be into, and I think Pat Riley's like that, where he's like really into signing people within the league and stuff like that. And I think the draft it's always it's not a risk, but it is. It's kind of like a gamble or whatever.
Yeah.
But this year for some reason I'm really into the draft because I'm just like at the end of the day, man. If the pick, you can do so much with it. It's like leverage, really. Like you could always trade the pick. You get the player, and if the player ends up being good, guess what? The first couple of years, you're not signing him for anything. Like you're getting him not for free, but it's a drop in the bucket compared to like contracts nowadays. So you have that potential right there, and also what's it called? You could always trade him. Like you know how many teams always want young guys and younger guys like to develop. So you could always like trade him to another team later. It doesn't have to be immediately like on draft night. The only risk is like you really don't know where you're getting. You don't know how they're gonna adapt. You don't know how they're gonna like come into the league. But I'm this year at least I'm for the trade and for the draft, and it's really because I don't think the way I thought is we were gonna be a mid-seed team like we were kind of last year, but now I'm looking at it and we've been saying it for a while like. Where we think we're going to be like a bottom tier team. We're going to be like 8th, 7th. That's my number in my head. And I feel like if we make it there, to me, it doesn't serve a point to go play. I don't think Milwaukee is just way too strong this year. And the Raptors, again, they've been playing hot, and you don't even know, like, this is just a start. Like, Kawhi in playoffs is gonna be a completely different beast. So I feel like just get the pick.
Yeah, completely agree. Couldn't have said it better myself, really. It is what it is. You know, it sucks not being a good team. It kind of gets at me. It gets to me a little bit.
Depressing.
It frustrates me a little bit. But like I'm at that point already where I'm like, dude, it ends up being the better. Like it's the better situation for the team and like for its future.
We all hold on to that 30-11 thing, which we shouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's just sad because it gave us a taste of like
success,
real good success, where you're just like, this could happen. Like
this
team has the capability of being a pretty decent team. But
we were the best team in the league at that point. It was us and the Warriors, like 100%. The second half of the season, only record better than us was the Warriors. Everyone was saying it. If Miami makes the playoffs, they're probably gonna upset a first or second seed. Like everyone was saying it. So it's upsetting because it's like a what could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't want to dwell on it too much. I feel like these last few episodes, it's kind of been like really depressing. Like I feel like we get into talking about the Heat, and it just like a whole like somber tone. Yeah. The mood is just So
but this is off season. I think there's definitely gonna be some movement, but it's all right though. Like again, we signed everyone, and it was just hey, whatever, it is. And this isn't gonna be the last time I say this. We signed everyone, and I thought, why not? Give it a shot. We had a little taste of success, and there was some growing pains, and I was just like, but who cares? Like, I like the names. I like the type of, like, I feel like the culture has been even stronger with this team. That whole, like, tough, grind it out, hustle, get on the floor, defensive mindset. And I like it. But it is what it is. Like, the team did what they could. It just isn't, they're having a hard time. You could tell it's not just us or you guys. Even Eric Spoelstra has been way more vocal this year about his frustration, because everyone knows, like, as much shit as there's talked about us, many guys out there know, analysts and players alike, that this team on paper and just in general, they look good. Like, we have a pretty solid team and we complement each other, but we just can't put together the consistency is really what it is. But, I mean, who cares, man? At the end of the day, we'll start fresh, and there's gonna be some success our way soon. We've been here for a while.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, can you take your arm off the table because it's kind of shaking? Thank you. I'm sorry. It's just the table was a little shaky. It was kind of shaking.
It's just so damn strong.
The table wasn't that stable. So.
Just cracks in half. Just destroys the podcast. Code pours out onto the keyboard. Code pours onto the keyboard onto the whatever this is, the T1000 mic Terminator come back to kill us. This thing Skynet right here. We have Skynet right here in our room.
Oh my god.
No, I hear you.
In other news, though,
I did arms once and at the gym.
Oh man, this should just turn into
short for gymnasium.
This should just turn into
I'm a scholar too, as you can tell.
This should just turn into a comedy. What are you doing, bro?
This is to be specific. That's the. I'm just starting ASMR mid video. That's the sole of my shoe.
Okay.
Scraping against these legs of the table.
Okay.
Does that sound crazy?
No.
Can you pick up my beard?
We should just. Yeah. I hear all of that. I hear all of that. Stop it.
What does it sound like?
I don't know. We should just turn this into. You just blew into the microphone. We should just turn this into like a comedy.
This is how I'm gonna start all the podcasts.
This guy. No,
because I can't breathe. I can't breathe around you.
No,
I can't breathe around. I can't breathe around him.
I'm not saying that. Man, I want to talk about.
So he started really strong, and then they all of a sudden just started kind of like fade off.
Please stop. Nice. Basketball. That's what we're talking about.
That's not my real shot. So if this makes it into the video, that shot that I did, I don't want anyone thinking that's how I shoot.
We're just kind of riding the wave, as you can see. We have nothing planned out for this episode, so Let's get into some exciting stuff. Oh, there was a really good game this week.
Yeah, I want to talk about some stuff. So go.
There was a really good game this week.
I made a list of about like 15 things.
Hopefully you guys were able to catch it. I don't know like about you guys,
What
but
game?
like the Thunder Jazz game.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but like usually if there's a basketball game on, we kind of just throw it on, you know, like whatever's on if the Heat aren't playing that night. So like chances are we'll usually catch like all the nationally televised stuff, even if it's just like a short portion of it. But we got a good amount of the OKC game, and let me tell you, man, that game against the Jazz was a great, like super exciting matchup.
Yeah.
Paul George played like the MVP he is. Russell played like the triple-double machine that he is. It was really exciting. I mean, Utah was like playing amazing.
Dude.
Derek Favors only missed like 2 shots.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert was playing great. Donovan Mitchell had like 30 plus. It was a super exciting game.
And I like the way the OKC was playing. I mean, man, I like watching them play. I think a lot of the guys, not younger guys, but kind of like not the big name guys, have like really stepped up and embraced their roles on the team.
Yeah,
they play good together.
That's a potential
candidate for
playoff.
Yeah,
that's a potential playoff game. Playoff series.
Oh, yeah, that's what you meant.
And
right.
like a rematch of last year's. And
I can see it go down. You can tell too. They feel that way because those teams get chippy, man.
Yeah,
they start like kind of getting in each other's faces. They get a little whatever. But it was a good game, man.
Fun. Jay Crowder. I don't like that guy. He had that play with.
But
Dennis
you got knocked
Schroeder.
unconscious in the middle of the game, bro. Cheap shot or not, you just can't talk shit no more, man.
Dennis Schroeder. Speaking of talking shit, we'll get into that later. But Dennis Schroeder, there's that play with Dennis Schroeder that I was like, Jay Crowder like stepped over him because
Dennis Schroeder grabbed his leg.
Yeah, it was
foot.
funny, but like I don't like Jay Crowder. I feel like he acts so tough. But that game was really fun. Going back to what I was saying about the, talking shit, being like this tough guy. Marcus Smart. Did you see what he talked about? How I don't know the exact quote. Something like everything's sweet or something like that. I don't know, like about this the league nowadays and how like things were way tougher back then. And then like Bleacher Report,
he says like didn't he say something like he deserves to play?
You just cut me off.
And you had it?
No.
Oh.
I was just like Bleacher Report captioned it like
just
saying
calm down. Jesus.
No, because you cut me off.
I know, but no normal people don't act that way.
Yeah, no, you do.
What?
You do.
No, I show dominance. I get you to be quiet, and then I continue my
Bleacher
point.
Report captioned it saying that Marcus Smart was meant for the 1950s. Yeah.
I thought he said that.
No.
No, I know. Bleacher Report said that. You just told me.
Yeah, he is because he sucks, and the league back then sucked.
Yeah, bro. Like, oh my God, Marcus Smart.
Bro, you can't talk about being tough if you're known for flopping. Like that's
Yeah.
what Marcus Smart is known for. That and missing a shit ton of threes. That's what he's known for. Shooting like 27%. That one stretch that he had last year where he shot like fucking 13% in a month.
Yeah, remember that?
Remember that shit?
There was
that shit was crazy. It was like in the month of February.
We
last
played
year.
against him, the Celtics last year at one point, and like Eric Reed and Tony Fiorentino. We missed Tony. They were talking about how like the guy had made like he was like 9 for like 60 something like in a certain month, and it's like what is going on, dude? But no, he talked shit. He just said that the league is soft or whatever. But we're not about those fake tough guys.
Bro, we get it.
But
you grew up and like you around like gang violence and shit. But
no, but you can't talk about people are soft. Like, cause he said something like people don't want hands being put on them like when they play. Like kind of like But it's like, but dude, you flop at every chance you could get. So how can you be tough but then flop? Like I'm confused there. Like what image you're going for, and it's not even like, oh damn, like he's really good at drawing fouls. Like no, you're like purposely throwing yourself on the floor to try to make it look like crazy. Like, but
no, terrible. It's terrible.
It is what it is.
I think he's been fined a couple of times for flopping.
Oh, definitely.
That's how you know it's bad. Definitely. When you get fined for it. So that was like funny to me.
But what's it called?
Got a kick out of it.
Yeah.
What else? What else happened? The Bucks are really good. Giannis is really good. Speaking of the MVP thing, actually, let's talk about that because I wanted to mention something. I tweeted it, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But if you guys didn't catch it, the Rockets played the Warriors Saturday night. The Rockets won. James Harden didn't play. Personally, for me, I think that puts a huge damper on James Harden's MVP case.
Yeah, it doesn't look good because he was like at one point he still is trying to drop 30 every game. And
I think he said that he needs to do it for the team.
Yeah, like, and just in general, that's how he feels. He does feel like he needs to play and do that to help them win. But then it looks really bad because now it's like you did not play against this team that has 5 All-Stars starting. And then like they're probably going to win this year's finals. You guys were 1 game away from beating them last year in the Western Conference Finals, and they won. They beat them without James Harden, and it's like it doesn't look so good, my man.
Yeah.
Especially with the roster that the Rockets have.
After that game, James Harden was number 2 on my list. And like I have it top 3. But after that game, he drops to number 3. And I think right now, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I have Giannis as the number 1 candidate, and then PG right after.
Yeah, I got PG and Giannis at the top 2.
Don't get me wrong. PG's having a great year. The Thunder are having a great year, and it's a huge reason is because of his success, his personal success. You know, just the high shooting percentage, leading the league in steals, all that stuff, averaging 28 a game. But for me, I think Giannis does so much for Milwaukee that, like, if it weren't for Giannis, Milwaukee wouldn't be. I would go as far as say, like, I don't even think they'd be a playoff team. You know?
Yeah, I mean they have the pieces, but they're like, if you really think about it, the pieces are kind of there to support Giannis. Like they have a lot of guys that spread the floor and stuff like that. And like some of the names are good. Don't get me wrong. Like Chris Middleton's a super underrated player. Brooke Lopez. They got George Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they got Mirotic and stuff. But again, it's all like pieces, if you notice, to spread the floor to kind of give Giannis like his like free reign inside the paint. But yeah, Giannis is definitely having a freaking season, man.
And then like another thing too that hurts James Harden's MVP case, he didn't play and his team beats the best team in the league.
Yeah.
And Giannis and PG, like the night before, the same night, had like stellar performances.
Yeah.
That are like, you're gonna go back, like kind of like reevaluate everyone's season, and you're gonna go back and the PG's game against Utah is probably gonna be like one of the first ones that comes to mind when you're thinking about like why is he MVP. Maybe not so much for Giannis against Boston, but like there were some plays against Boston that were ridiculous, like the Tatum chase down block.
The Tatum chase down block was amazing.
The fast break one where he had three players around him and he literally just got the ball, bodied them, and went up and dunked.
My thing with Giannis is like he's trying to like what's it called, like grow his game, right? He's trying to step out and he's trying to take threes and he wants to, you could tell. But he's just so good at what he does, and it's just freaky because teams know what he's gonna do. And like the Boston game was a perfect example. That guy would get in the paint at the end of the game, fourth quarter. It wasn't any less than 2 people on him. He would get 2 to 3 people on him every time he went in the paint with the ball. And like I'm talking about really going at him, swiping, like trying to get the ball loose. And it's just ridiculous. Like he would still go up strong. He would still get his layups, miss a shot, get the rebound, put it back, like dunk. And it's crazy to think like that's what stands out to me is like how dominant he is when people still know what you're gonna do, but you're still dominant. That freaks me out because people have the game plan for him, but it just works. And that's why I think the Bucks are just really so good this year.
And like another thing for him too is like he's not like okay, he is kind of complete, but like I feel like he's really lacking in like the shooting department.
The shooting is really what stands out
for like really good players. That's like another thing to fall back on, you know, like it gives him another thing to fall back on. Like let's say, Paul George, he's getting to the basket, not finishing too well. All right, I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna settle a little bit, take some jump shots, you know, get into a rhythm. Giannis can't really do that. Giannis has to keep attacking the basket like over and over and over again. So like that's like another thing. Like
he's quick.
It's just another thing that adds to your point. Is that everyone knows what he's gonna do, but he's still successful.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, what worries me too is also like, I mean, this is completely off topic, but like he's quick, but he's really physical, and I think like really physical, and him gaining that weight, like the muscle and the mass, has really helped him with his confidence and stuff. I think what happens is, he needs to develop his shot because I think at this pace, like how fast he's playing, how hard he's playing, and how physical the league is gonna like be on him, it's gonna take a lot of wear and tear on his body. I mean, obviously, like you look at guys like LeBron, and they've been able to do it, but LeBron prioritizes his health and everything. I'm just saying it might take a toll on Giannis, but like you were saying, like to me, he's pretty complete outside the shooting department. He's a great playmaker, great passer. People don't ever look at that, but he is. And The other thing is, and they put him in a position to be a successful or good passer because of all the shooters he has around him at any given time. The other thing is he's not a great defender, but he could be. Like, no doubt in my mind, he could be an elite defender. But he's like one of those guys where he is the superstar on offense, and you want him to give you everything you got. So they don't really give him the toughest defensive assignments, which is fine, though. But there's plenty of players, superstars in the past that have done it. There are times where he does guard the good guy when, like, you know, when it comes down the stretch.
And that helps Paul George's case.
That's what really helps Paul George's case.
He plays the Warriors, he's guarding KD.
Yeah.
You know, he plays the Lakers, he's guarding LeBron. And he's still giving you the 30-point nights.
Yeah, he's giving you the main scoring because Russell's ear is a little shaky.
Yeah, so it's like it's really tough. It's a close one right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to discredit James Harden. What he's doing is like magnificent, and we haven't seen like this same stretch of scoring since like really like Will Chamberlain.
Really.
So that it's kind of insane, you know, that he's doing this on a nightly basis. So like, not to discredit him, but like, it's really hard to go back to back win MVPs unless you're Steph Curry. So like it's tough, and I mean, we may be completely wrong, and whoever votes may think James Harden's 100% the MVP this year, and he might get like a unanimous decision, and like I wouldn't be shocked by that happening. I just, in my eyes, I think it's Giannis number 1 and PG a very, very close number 2.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, I don't know. Right now, it's just nice to watch him play, man. It's crazy.
It's fun.
Giannis, that game against the Celtics was crazy, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, he's so dominant, dude. He's so dominant. I love watching him play. I think he's a very old school player. He's like the modernized version of an old school player. Like, he's big, super, like, good in the paint, but he's, like, adapted to this league where he's quick and he's super fast. And he has, like, I mean, I'm going to say it. Like, I know people think I'm crazy, but he's quicker. And I feel like he has better handles than, like, KD. I think he looks way more in control. Like, KD is one of those guys that was, like, way ahead of his time when he was, or just not way ahead of his time, but kind of like a cheat code coming out, like, 7 foot, basically, with handles. Like, you play like a guard. It just sucks, you know, unblockable pickup, unblockable, what's it called, shot. But Giannis is good, man. I'm telling you. If he develops a shot, it's disgusting.
Giannis develops a 3-point shot.
He'll go
within
down.
the next 2 years, he'll be the best player, I think. Like, maybe not statistically or record breaking, but like just from the eye test, 100% he'd be the best player the game's ever seen.
Absolutely. And the other thing that it's kind of weird to explain, but
and this is coming from huge LeBron fans. Yeah, it's coming from huge LeBron fans.
No, and the thing I was talking to you about the other day, which it's hard to explain, but mentally wise, if you watch him, you could tell he's, like, mentally a lot stronger than he was a year or two ago, where, like, he understands, like, situations better, and he knows, like, if a team, like, does something or whatever, like, he, in the middle of the game, basically, he could put his head down and say, okay, like, I'm going to score. Like, I need to get the ball in the hoop. I need to create chances, and he does it, and it's, like, it's like this mental edge that it's hard to explain. I can't put it into words, but like, only, like, really good players have it, where they're able to, like, in the middle of the game say, I need to focus up. Like, not that I'm having an off night or I'm just off or let me see what I could get. No, this guy, like, literally will say, I'm in control of this situation. I'm in control of the game, and I can do what I want. And he does it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's scary. And he's still super young, man.
Yeah, it's so exciting to watch. Yeah. I try to watch every Bucks game.
Yeah.
Whenever I get the chance.
Whenever I can.
Because it really, like, you're in for a night, you're going to get, like, 4 or 5 highlights, like, from just him alone. So it's crazy. I'm excited to see how that ends up ending, like, how the MVP votes, how the results come out. I feel like James Harden is going to slow down a little bit, like a part of me thinks. And I think these guys are really picking it up. Like, I think Giannis and PG are both picking up ahead of steam, and, like, they're coming down the train tracks right now, and they're coming hard. I feel like James Harden gave us a really good push middle of the season, and it's sad to say, but chances are people are going to remember what happened at the end of the season more than what happened at the middle of the season. So I wouldn't be surprised by any of those three winning the MVP.
Yeah, me either.
But like I said, Giannis number 1, PG very close number 2. I wanted to talk about, actually, next up, the whole Zion thing. if you guys didn't catch it, which I'm sure you did, because like I had people that like don't even watch sports come up to me and be like, "Oh, did you see that guy that
His shoe broke.
yeah, he completely busted through his shoe."
There's this,
Like I had like random people coming up to me talking about it. Like
no, and actually in
at
my
work
class,
and
there was a
stuff.
girl that was like, "Oh, did you see that guy that broke his shoe?" Yeah, you mean the best player ever? Like already?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean him? You mean the guy that could jump over the backboard? That guy? Yeah, no, yeah, I kind of saw it. Yeah, I watch football too.
So chances are you guys saw it. I wanted to talk about though. I wanted to bring it up with you. Like, what do you think his plan of attack should be? You know, because there's a lot of people saying he shouldn't play another game.
Did you duct tape those bad boys up? Get back out there.
That's what kind of what Charles Barkley said.
A lot of people are really mad. Like they're like, "Oh wow, he's not gonna play again." But I mean, it's kind of split though. If you talk to people, like some people are like, "He shouldn't play," and then there's a lot of people that are like, "Wow, how is he not gonna play?"
Like, I was thinking of it from like a business
Bro, it
aspect.
doesn't matter, dude. If freaking this guy, what's his name? The guy, Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
If that guy went that high in the draft, and that guy's back is broken, like he literally needs crutches and a wheelchair at the same time to walk. If that happens and he went that high, dude, Zion's spot is guaranteed. I think he'll be all right.
I think he's still gonna be.
That's a
number
freak
one.
accident, dude.
I don't. It's not a serious injury.
He's day to day.
And but like my thing is like, like I agree with like a lot of people where it's like he's not making the same amount of money because there's obviously some sort of stuff that we don't see behind scenes. Like he's making some sort of money at Duke, like under the table, whether it be actual cash or like gifts, presents for like family members and shit
From alumni.
Yeah, so he's definitely making some sort of like he's getting some sort of compensation there, but it's nowhere near the amount of money he'll make in the NBA, especially considering like what he's projected to become. So it's tough because you don't want to risk that, like you don't want him to go out there again and like God forbid tear his ACL
Yeah.
in a college game. So like I get that, but then like I feel like another thing is like you got to kind of understand that what's it called? These guys, that's like all they do is they play basketball.
Yeah.
So
I think
he doesn't. I guarantee him, like his personality. That guy does not want to sit out. He wants to play. He wants to be on the court.
I think it's like it's kind of like it's not like it wasn't a serious injury and it's not like he's not really hurt. I think it's like a sprain maybe.
Yeah, I think it's like a light knee sprain or something.
It wasn't anything crazy. It could have been way worse. If it was like a serious injury, I think like, I don't know, cause like he is injured. So
if it was a serious injury, chances are he wouldn't play like another game.
No, I know. It's just it's tough. It's an injury, but
it's a touchy situation.
I feel like that was just he has been injured before though. In high school, he was injured. He got I think something wrong with his foot.
Okay.
And I think something wrong with his knee. I'm not sure, one or the other, but I don't know. I think like it was just a freak accident, dude. Like,
Yeah, and you just look at it like it's not to say he still won't have a great career with the whole injuries. Like you look at Kyrie for example. Kyrie played half a season at Duke. He was still taken number 1 overall by the Cavs, and he's had a very like a great career. Even like despite all the injuries that he's had, he's sat out a bunch.
Yeah, Stephen Curry's another one I could think of, at least off the top of my head. He put a lot of time into his ankles, like really like rehabilitating and just in general like therapy and just getting through it, like figuring out like things to wear, like everything. And he worked through a lot of injuries, man. And he's also a guy that look at him now, like is he still touchy? Yeah, like that guy gets injured. Like I know. He's always off apparently to people, like he's always injured, like there's always an injury, but
bro, and he's not even 100%.
That's been his for the last 4 years. They're about to go to the freaking championship for the 5th time straight.
Yeah,
he still hasn't been 100%, bro. Imagine, bro, 3 back to back unanimous.
According to people, if Curry was 100%, he'd average 40. He'd be
like 45. He'd average a double nickel and. Double nickel and assist, and he'd be a defensive player of the year every year, whatever. But he'd be better than what's it called? Okay, whatever. Here we go. So, I think he could do it. Obviously, I just think it doesn't matter, bro. Like to me, I don't know. I want him to play. Why? Because I can watch him. Like I want to watch him in March Madness. Like that's why I want him to play. But like as a business standpoint, like Well, it's none of my business. Like I don't care really what he does. His spot is sealed. Like he's good to go.
Yeah.
Like teams are drooling.
He's gonna be taking
Teams are drooling.
top 3 100%, even with the injury. Listen, the guy could have 2 torn ACLs. I would take him top 5.
Yeah.
I would take him top
That
5.
guy could be as bow-legged as Kenny Smith, and he will go number 1.
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. Zion, if you're ever in Miami and you want to talk about it, let us know. You could come. We give you a great platform here at Biscayne Boys Podcast. If anyone can get that to like his PR team or his manager or agent, if he has anything, please.
If you're watching,
Please.
we'll buy him shoes.
You know, speaking of that, I want to get like, I want to have some guests on this show, but like I don't want to have like not to be mean, but like I don't want to bring just random people on here. Like, you know, like I want to like. I mean, we're random people, so like it doesn't matter, I guess. But like it'd be cool to get like a college basketball player, like a no-name NBA player on here. You know, like I feel like it'd be really cool. Maybe some celebrities, Rick Ross, you know, something like that. That'd be cool.
Trick loves the kids.
Trick Daddy, Uncle Luke,
dude.
Yeah, I know. So you guys need to start sharing this podcast more, so we could get
spread the news.
Yeah, man. So we could have some high quality special guests on here to talk about just anything. You know, for those guys, I this won't even be a basketball podcast. I don't care. It'd be great. You know.
Just so we can put their name in the title.
Yeah, and then get like more views and stuff. Like, I don't want to work ever again. I want this to be my job. So help us out, please.
I didn't sound desperate at all. What's it called? But
is there anything else to talk about?
Really, I mean, I really just want to talk about the Bucks and the Warriors and Rockets game. I mean, I can't really think of anything that's like deserving of like us diving deeper.
Nope, nothing.
Other than I'm like terrified that the Lakers aren't gonna make playoffs, and I really want LeBron to make it. But
I think it's better if he doesn't make it than getting knocked out in the first round. So he stays undefeated in the first round.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Because you have a better chance of blaming it. Oh, his team fucking sucked. If you know like, but like you can't say, oh, he lost in the first round because he missed 20 games. You know, like you can't say that. You could say, oh, he missed the playoffs because he missed 20 games.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, so I got this all planned out. Yeah, I think that about does it for us though. This ended up being like a normal length episode, a little bit shorter, but I think it's because we spent a lot of time like eating shit. There's like a good.
It's the only reason it dragged on.
There's a good 10-minute chunk in this episode where we talked about absolutely nothing. But that about does it from us, guys. If you guys aren't, be sure to follow us on social media. On Instagram, it's Biscayne Boys Podcast. Twitter, it's at Biscayne Boys Pod. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel. If you're not watching on YouTube and you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. That's all we got, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.